stretching to do. So we're going to do about 10-15 minutes at the start stretching, and then we're going to go into some supersets of exercises, mainly focused on like some activation and some functional movements. So it's going to be sets of 2 exercises that we're going to go around in like a mini circuit, and then we're changing them as we go through the class. So we'll start off then with some stretching. So just like we usually do, we'll come into our pigeon stretch. So we'll just start with your chest up. So just up nice and tall to start off with. And then we're just going to switch the legs over. So swap them over, 30 seconds on this side. So another 10 seconds here, then we're going to switch back and then come a little bit deeper into the stretch. So we'll switch it back over. This time we'll just come down onto your forearms and we'll hold it here for 30 seconds again. So another 10 seconds here. Cool, and then switch it over, switch the legs over, and then nice and low again, 30 seconds. Right, another 10, and then we're going to come into a nice deep hamstring stretch after this. So 3, 2, 1. So this time, I'm just going to sit out in front, one leg straight, one leg tucked in, so you're like this, just leaning forward, try and get your head down as far as you can, and we'll hold it on each leg for 30 seconds. So another 10 seconds, and then we'll switch. Cool, switch them over then. Straighten out the other leg, tuck the other one in, and then lean forward. Another 10 seconds. Cool, then we're just going to stretch our inner thigh. So we're going to come onto one knee and take one foot out to the side and just sit back onto your heel if you need to, but just find the point where you get the stretch through the inner thigh the most. So we're going to hold it here for 30 seconds as well. So we're just starting off with some nice deep holds, and then we're going to go into a little bit more of a flow after. Another 5 seconds and we'll switch. So 3, 2, 1, switch the sides. So again, just sit back onto your heel. You can bring your weight slightly forward, whichever point gets the inner thigh the most. Another 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Then we're just going to come up to standing, so you can start at the end of your mat. I'm just going to start here to start off with. We're just going to stretch down, so stretching out the back of your legs, let your arms hang, and you're just going to come up, big stretch up, and lean back very slightly. Reach down, let it hang for a couple of seconds, up, and reaching back. So we're going to do 5 of these. Reaching down, just let your arms hang, big reach up, and behind. 2 more. Up, behind. One more. Just let your arms hang. And then just reach up and over. Then we're just going to come down into your downward dog position, okay? So just pressing your hips up into the air, and we're just going to start off by pumping your heels down to the floor. So just waking up the back of the legs into the calf. We're also stretching out a little bit through our arms here. Okay, so a couple more pumps. And then from there, I just want you to step your left foot up. Okay, and we're just going to pop your right foot knee down onto the floor and lift your chest up. Okay, so we're coming into our low lunge to start off with. We're just going to hold that there for 30 seconds. But really raise your chest up, so try not to look down, really look forward, so you're just really opening up through the chest area. Got another 10 seconds here, and then we're going to come back up into downward dog and switch the legs. So back up into the air, couple of breaths, and then step your right foot forward, left knee's on the floor, lift the chest up. We're going to hold that there for 30 seconds as well. We're then going to repeat this round again. We're going to take our arms off this time, but we're going to initially come back into that low lunge. So 3, 2, 1, back up into your downward dog. Really lift your bum up. Push your chest right through, really lengthen through the spine. And then just step the left foot back up, right knee on the floor. And then we're either going to come up so your hands are on your knees, or raise your hands above your head. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds as well. So nice deep breaths, just open up the chest space. 10 more seconds. And then we're going back up into our downward dog and switching sides. 3, 2, 1. Back up, downward dog. And then step the other foot up. Knee on the floor. Hand either onto your knee or above your head. And we're holding that here for 30 seconds. So nice deep breaths again. Another 5 seconds here. So 3, 2, 1. We're going to come back up to downward dog and hold it up there now. And all I want you to do this time is we're going to start off taking your right foot off, up into the air. And then if you can, just bend that up and over. And you're just going to slightly twist your left shoulder under. Okay, we're just going to hold this for 30 seconds. If you can't bend it over, just keep that up nice and straight. It's up to you. So just stretching out. Getting a little bit of a twist through our backs as well. So another 5 seconds here. After this, we're going to step that foot through again. So from here, that right foot's coming round, up outside your hand, and we're going to hold that low lunge position again. Just going to hold it here for 15 seconds before we step back and do the same on the other side. Okay, so step that right foot back up into your downward dog. This time we're going to take our left foot off. So up nice and straight, add a bit of a twist, and if you feel comfortable, just drop that up and over. Hold it here for 30 seconds. So you're just opening up through your hip here. Just try and twist your right shoulder under this time. You're still trying to open up that chest space. Also stretching out through your hamstring. Another 5 seconds, and then we're going to step that foot forward like we did on the other side. 3, 2, 1. Step it through into your low lunge. So 15 seconds here. And then we're going to come back up into downward dog and then just into a low lunge. Once more through. So step it back up, downward dog, step the right foot up, low lunge. Step it back up, downward dog. Step through, low lunge. Hold it there for 15 seconds. From here, we're going to come into a high plank this time. So we're going to step that foot back up. We're just going to end here. We're going to go through 10 reps in total, stepping up and now rotating our arm. So stepping up, rotating your arm. Okay, so just holding it for a second at the top of the movement. Okay, so just start to open up through your chest now. So we're doing 10 of these. Right, 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Right, back up into your high plank. We're just going to drop down to your knees this time. I want you to pop your left hand on the back of your head, and we're still going to do those rotations. Your arm's going to come under. We're going to rotate right round. We're going to do 5. Keep it nice and slow. One more. And then we're going to switch sides, same thing. Elbows coming under, rotate round. One more. Perfect. Back, hands under. Just going to walk them out in front of you now. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. So just stretching out your chest and through your back. So 30 seconds here. So really lengthen through your spine. Really try and pull your bum away from you and walk your fingers away from you. Another 10 seconds. From here, we're going to come around into Cobra. So 3, 2, 1, just slide forward. And just bending the other way now. 30 seconds here. And if you want to just have a little look over your shoulder, have a bit of a twist, that's fine. And just remember to switch to sides, or you can just look forward. But it just slightly changes the stretch, looking over your shoulders, up to you. Once you've done 30 seconds, we're going to go back into that child's pose, but this time hold it for 15. Cool, so take it back. 15 seconds here. And then back round into your Cobra. Chest up. Deep breaths. And then from here, just up into a high plank and walk your hands up to your feet. Last couple of stretches, okay? So we're going to come nice and wide in our squat position. We're going to sit down and we're just going to drop from one side over to the other side. So just nice and slow, just stretching out through your inner thigh. We're going to do 10 of these. Last couple, keep it nice and slow. Good, then up, nice and tall. Walk your feet in. We're going to come down into a squat. So we're here, we're going to lift our chest up, and all I want you to do is add some rotations. So in the bottom of the squat, rotate your arms round. And again, we're going to do 10. One more. And then just hand on your feet, just pushing your bum up and sitting back into that squat, 5 reps. So you're just straightening out your legs, back down. You're just stretching out through your hamstrings. One more. Down and back up. Cool, really good stuff. Grab a little drink if you would like one. Cool, sorry, like I said today, lots of supersets of exercises, okay? So 2 exercises. We're going to go around each exercise, 50 seconds on each, 40 seconds on each, 30 seconds on each, okay? So it's going to be a mixture of some functional movements, some activation exercises, and some core work, okay? So the first 2 exercises are going to be a glute bridge, okay? So you're going to do 1 glute bridge at the top, 5 pulses out to the side. So I just twist this way very slightly, and we're holding it. We're just going to drive your knees out for 5 reps and back down, okay? So we're going to do that for 50 seconds. Second one. We're going to be in a bent over position here, so nice flat back. We're not rounding, we're lifting our chest up. We're going to do 3 Ys. Then we're going to do 3 Ts. Then we're going to do 3 Ws. So I'll just show you standing, what that looks like. Actually, I'll come to my knees so you can see better. So the Ys are going to be up here. So my thumbs are twisting back. So we're here. The Ts, we're here. We're going to twist my hands out to the side. So my thumbs are here, and we're going to be coming out in this position. Our Ws, bent arms, we're here. So we're squeezing our shoulders back, and then we're really squeezing them down, and then we're going to relax. So it's here and then down, but in that bent over position. So there are 2 exercises. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So 1 bridge, 5 pulses out to the side. If you have any of those little bands, you can put these around your knees if you wish, if you've got them close by. But just really focus on squeezing those hips up as high as you can, and don't let them drop when you're doing those pulses. We have 15 more seconds here. So hips up nice and high. Push your feet into the floor so your heels aren't coming off. Keep those hips right up. Last 3, 2, 1. Up to standing. The Y, T's and W's. 3 reps on each. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we're bent over, nice flat back. Arms are coming up straight to start off with. 3 reps. Then we're going to rotate them into our T's. The thumbs are still up towards the ceiling, and then into our W's. So 3 on each, and then you'll go back to your Y's. Just make sure your back is nice and straight on this, and you're keeping your tummies tight. So you're using your core to stabilize, not your lower back. So tummy's tight. 10 more seconds. Last 3, 2, and 1. Right, back onto bridges, 40 seconds this time. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1 bridge, 5 pulses. Make sure you're squeezing those hips up as high as you can. Really, really good work. We have 10 more seconds here, so we're down to 40 now. So keep squeezing those hips up. 3, 2, 1, relax. Into our Y, T's and W's. So 3, 2, 1. So tummy's tight. And then just really focus on squeezing those shoulder blades together. Ten more seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Last round through. 30 seconds on each. So bridges and pulses in 3, 2, 1. So still got those 5 pulses at the top. Squeeze your glutes up as far as you can. So big squeeze in your bum. Tummy tight when you're doing those pulses. Don't let your hips drop. 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Right, last round. So YTs and Ws in 3, 2, 1. Nice flat back. Three on each. Core nice and tight. Nearly there on this one. We've got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Grab a quick drink and then we're on to our next set. So, next 2, we're going to do crab walks. So into a quarter squat position. Again, when we're here, really tuck your pelvis under so we're not overarching. So tummy's nice and tight, got a nice flat back. We're going to step out. 5 to one side. 5 back to the other side. Okay? We're going to do that for 50 seconds. We might change it on number 2. Might mix it up a little bit. We'll see how we get on. Then the second one, you're going to need a wall. So again, you can have your knees a little bit bent. Just make sure your back's nice and flat on the wall. We're going to start with your hands by your side. We're going to raise up. Then we're going to slide down. Then we're going to slide up and bring them back down. So we're up, down, press up. The whole time your lower back, all of your back, needs to stay flat against the wall. So same thing, 50 seconds, 40 and 30. So we'll go with those crab walks to start off with. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. 50 seconds, quarter squat, tummy tight, stepping out. So imagine you've got a pole going through your hips and you're just sliding along that pole. Okay, so we're not bouncing, we're keeping it nice and smooth. We're sliding along. That's halfway. So little steps out, always coming back to shoulder width. Tummy nice and tight the whole time. 10 more seconds. Nearly there. Last 3, 2, 1. Right, up against the wall. So lower back, nice and flat, squeezing shoulders back 2. Start with your arms straight. 3, 2, 1. We're going to raise up, come down, and press back up. Okay, down. So your hands should stay on the wall as well as your lower back when we're coming down. So my hands are touching the wall, I'm sliding down, and I'm pressing up, raising them back down. Up. So when you initially raise your hands from your side, you might feel that your lower back is trying to come off. That's when you really need to push it in, keep that tummy nice and tight. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back to crab walks. This time, rolling side to side. We're going to come here and we're going to do a zigzag walk, okay? So forward and backwards, 3, 2, 1. We're still not bouncing. We're still keeping those hips nice and still. And then we're going backwards. So when we go backwards, we're just going to hit through the back of our legs a little bit more. So 40 seconds here, and we're already halfway. So tummy's tight still. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back up against the wall. We're going in 3, 2, 1. If you found that okay last time, try and take your feet a little bit closer to the wall. So just challenge it a little bit. You can also do this up against the door, anywhere you've got space. So 40 seconds. We're halfway. So really squeeze here, your shoulders back and down. Nearly there, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Last round, you can pick. We can either come side to side or on our zigzags forward and back. 30 seconds though in 3, 2, 1. So keep nice and low. Try and do about 5 steps before going back the other way. Tummy tight. Sliding along that pole if you're going side to side. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Right, last 30. Up against the wall again, backs pushed in. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So really stretching out through our arms and activating through our back on this one. Okay, so we're working around our shoulders. Really, really good. 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, next 2. I have to really think about the coordination on this first one. So, we're going to start with our left leg bent and our right leg is going to be straight on the floor, okay? Whatever leg's straight, we're going to take that arm up into the air. So we're going to make a fist. This fist isn't moving, okay? So it's right leg straight, right arm up. Left arm's out to the side. Okay, we're going to come up into a sit-up, keeping this fist where it is. Tuck that hand in, and then come up into a bridge from here. Okay, back down, like so. Okay, so that's going to be what we're doing for the first half. Then we're going to switch, just to make it really confusing, and do the same on the other side. So if we try and do all the same side, I'll be able to talk you through it a little bit better. Then with that, we're going to do a dead bug. Okay, so we're going to be here, opposite hand to opposite foot, on and down, and then we're going to switch. Okay, so there are 2 exercises. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So left leg bent, right leg straight, right hand up in the air. We're going to come up, pull that hand in, drive your hips up towards the ceiling. Okay, so your left foot should be staying on the floor and you're pushing up through your heel. Okay, so we're pushing up. One more rep and we're going to switch sides. So squeeze up. Okay, then we're going to swap. So your right leg's bent, left leg straight, left hand making the fist. Up, drive your hips up, keeping your heel down. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, dead bugs next. So 3, 2, 1. So just remember, hips and knees at 90 degrees, okay? So we're keeping them there. Our lower backs are staying pushed into the floor. So tummy's nice and tight. That's halfway. So keep it nice and slow. Don't let those backs come off the floor. Fight it with your abs. Nearly there on this one. 5 more seconds. So 3, 2, 1. Little rest. Let's get that right leg straight, left leg bent. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. So we're going to do 20 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other side. So really driving those hips right up towards the ceiling. So you're just stretching out through your arm. One more and then we're going to switch. So swap sides. Bend the right leg, left leg straight now. Left hand up in the air. I've got time, one more rep, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back to dead bugs. 40 seconds this time. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So lower backs squeezed into the floor, nice and controlled. Keep your knees at 90 degrees, hips at 90 degrees. You don't need to rush any of these exercises today. The slower, the better. You're going to get more of a stretch. You're going to get more muscle recruitment. A lot of these exercises are really good for corrective exercise. So really focus on your form. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Right, back to those half get-ups. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So right leg straight, right arm up in the air. We're doing like a sit-up movement, pulling it in, squeezing up. We'll do one more, and then we're going to switch. So switch sides. We're trying to do 3 on this side. We've got 5 seconds, we've got just about enough time. Last one. 3, 2, and 1. Right, last round of dead bugs. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So nice and slow. Try and tap your heel down, but don't undo the tension. Just a little tap. 10 more seconds here. Last 5. 3, 2, and 1. Quick break in there. And we've got our next 2. So our first one of the next set, you can either have your legs straight here, okay? And we're going to come down, touch the floor so we're nice and straight. Come up and press through. So we're coming into like an L sit-up. If you'd rather have your feet together, so you're in like a butterfly position, same thing if you can, but really important, or even if you have your feet under the sofa, but really important to finish in this position so your spine is nice and straight and you're really stretching through your arms as you come up to the top of the movement. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one, we're just going to have your hands nice and straight above your head. My elbows aren't bent, they're nice and straight. And we're just going to come into an overhead squat here. Okay? If you want to, if you've got a towel, you can hold it here to pull out. Another option you can also do is facing in towards the wall, hands on the wall, coming down into a squat here. So 3 options for you, but try and keep those arms nice and straight, okay? There are 2 exercises. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. So L sit-ups, coming up, nice and tall, at the top of the movement. Try not to use your arms too much to pull you up. Really use your abs. So try and keep your hands above your head as much as possible. So by that I mean, don't pull them here and then through. So try and keep them above your head the whole time, if you can. 15 seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Up to standing. So some form of overhead squat next. In 3, 2, and 1. I would really recommend trying those against the wall because it really pushes you into the correct position, especially if you find yourself coming down like this, because the wall is going to help push your hands back, okay? So you're getting a nice deep stretch as you're doing that. If you've got the mobility, these are fine. But if you are struggling, I would really recommend the wall. It does make you get into that position. It's a little bit easier, but very effective. 20 more seconds. Arms nice and straight. Remember, you can also use your towel if you have one, or broomstick. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Right. Sit-ups. 40 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So remember what I said, arms above your head, stretching through, push your chest right through, head right through that window at the end of the movement. 10 more seconds. Nearly there, guys. 3, 2, 1. Back to squats. So I'm going to go over towel on the next round to show what I mean. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So just pulling out on a towel will just help you keep those hands above your head because you can really squeeze out something to hold on to. So 40 seconds this time. Get nice and low in those squats. Keep your chest up. 15 seconds left. Last few reps. 3, 2, 1. Last round through. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. L sit-ups. "30 seconds, guys. We're halfway already. Really pull up from your abs. Last 5. 3, 2, 1. Last 30. We're going to do those wall squats this time, just so you've got all 3 variations. 3, 2, 1. So coming down and back up. The closer you get to the wall, if you are using the wall, the harder it is. We have 10 more seconds. Last 3, 2, 1. Rest there. We're getting through them now. Right, next one. In a high plank, I'm going to rotate your arms. Now, I personally prefer to do these with my feet not on the mat, so I can really rotate and reach round. Okay, so that's exercise number 1. Number 2, we're standing. Always try and keep your legs straight. You're going to walk them out, and then we're just going to drop into that cobra position like we did in the warm-up, and then we'll come back up. So there are 2 exercises this time. So we'll go in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's go. So plank and rotate. Plank and rotate. Really good. So 50 seconds on the first round. Really open up through your chest. Just hold it for a second at the top. So you're just stretching out through your arms and getting a bit of activation through your sides. 15 more seconds here. Last 5. 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to walk out some cobra position. In 3, 2, 1. So try and keep those legs nice and straight. Walk it out nice and slow. Drop into that cobra. And then back up. Okay, if you can't keep your legs straight, you can bend them. We're just not going to get quite a good stretch through your hamstrings, okay? But even when you come up, try and keep them straight. And if that last little bit you can't, just bend them to finish off the movement. Halfway. So walk it out, down into your cobra. Nearly there. 1 more rep. We've got 5 seconds. So walk it out into your cobra. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Back to those planks. I'm rotating in 3, 2, and 1. So 40 seconds this time. We are halfway. So just make sure you're coming onto the inside of your foot and the outside of your foot. Just hold that at the end of the movement. 10 more seconds. So 3, 2, 1. Up to standing, into the walkout, into your cobra. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Walk it out. Drop down. Stretch. Walk back up. Keep those legs nice and straight. Stretch out the bottom. That stretch is really good. So at that bottom position, really squeeze your shoulders back and down. And you should find you get a little bit more movement through your spine. 10 more seconds. So 3, 2, 1. Last round through, 30 seconds on each. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So rotate right round. Really good. Halfway. So really open up through your chest. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Last round of those walkouts. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Walk it out, drop down, stretch. Walk back up. Halfway. Keep those legs nice and straight. Got time for one more. Walk it out, drop down into your cobra, and walk it back up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Quick drink then. We have a couple more rounds left. Next one, Superman Cubans. So we do these quite often, okay? So on our front, up, that Cuban movement, squeeze those elbows back and down, relax to the floor. When we're here, make sure you're squeezing your abs down into the floor. Arms are coming up, you're really trying to push those hands right up, squeeze your elbows back and down. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades there. That's the first one. Second one, you're gonna lunge, and we're gonna rotate over that front leg. Back up nice and tall. Rotate over the front leg. Okay, so there are 2 exercises this time. Same as always, 50, 40, and 30. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So up, push those arms through, squeeze down. Good work, guys. So really push those hands all the way up, squeeze back and down. Nice controlled movement. So we're working through our backs on this one. 15 more seconds. Nearly there, last 5. 3, 2, 1. Up to standing. Lunging and rotating in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we're going to lunge and we're going to rotate. When we're lunging, this front foot needs to stay flat on the floor. Okay, we're rotating over. So I don't want you to come onto your toe here. It's nice and flat. We're going to rotate over that front knee. So if it's your left leg, you're going to rotate to the left and then back to straight. If it's your right, over to the right. Back up nice and straight. 15 seconds left here. So I want you to really, when we lunge, lock these hips in. The upper body rotating. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back up onto your mat. 3, 2, 1. Up and press. 40 seconds now. Halfway. Ten more seconds. Squeeze up and down. Squeeze those shoulder blades. 3, 2, 1. Back up onto your feet. Lunges. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lunge. Rotate over that front leg. Rotate. "40 seconds here. Halfway. Really, really good work. Nearly there. Last rep. 3, 2, 1. Once more through, 30 seconds on each. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. So a dome up, press those hands, squeeze your shoulders back and down. So it's very similar to those W's we did right at the start in the YTs and W's. It's a really, really good one for shoulder stability. Anything where you've got to squeeze your shoulders back and down is going to work around the back of our shoulder, activate our back muscles, and help us with our posture. So 3, 2, 1. Right, last round of lunges. 3, 2, 1. Lunge, rotate. Really good work. Rotate over that front leg. 10 more seconds. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1, relax. We have one more set of exercise. First one's quite complicated. Second one's really easy. So I'll try to put a hard one with something you should all know how to do. So first one, we're going to start off in this position here. You're going to take this leg through, okay? So we start in this position, take your right leg through to your left. We're going to open up, squeeze into a row, back to here. Over, squeeze into a row. So at the top of the movement, we're doing this, okay, to work around our back muscles again. So I'll show you from this position too. So we're here, this leg's coming through, you're opening up, and you're squeezing. So you're almost coming into a side plank. So it's got to come under, round, squeeze. Okay, so that's our first exercise. Second one, plank. Nice and straightforward. Don't need to think about that one too much. Right, let's get ready to go. I'm sure my feet are going to get in the muddle as well on this one. But it's a really good one, guys, for opening up through your chest, getting that bit of activation on that row. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're here, rotate into your side, squeeze. So it's almost like the reverse of the arm one, where we do the rotations. Over here, squeeze. Over here, squeeze. Step through, squeeze. Halfway. Squeeze. So tummy's nice and tight. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Right, guys, into your plank. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So shoulders back and down. Make sure we're not rounding. Fight those shoulders. We've done a lot of work today to get them fired up. Squeeze your shoulders back and down. Tummy's tucked under. Nice flat back. 50 seconds of work. We've done 25 already. That is halfway. Squeeze those abs. Nearly there, last 10. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Right, back on to the twists. In 3, 2, and 1. So high plank, tuck that foot under, up and pull. Back to high plank. Left foot's going under, you're rotating onto your left arm, and then you're going to row with your right arm. Over here, row. Halfway. So really opening up through your chest on this one. Ten more seconds. 1, into your plank. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1. 40 seconds. Really good. So really breathe, guys, through your chest on this. Nice deep breaths. Shoulders back and down, tummy's nice and tight. Have a little bit of a squeeze in your bum. It will just help keep your pelvis tucked under. Last 10 seconds. So 3, 2, and 1. Last round of the class now. 30 seconds on each of those, and then we are done. So 3, 2, 1. So high plank. Right foot's coming under, and then your left arm is pulling up. And just really try and keep that elbow nice and close to your side. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Last 30 seconds. Into our plank. 3, 2, 1. "30 seconds here, so big push through, shoulders back and down, tummy's nice and tight, squeeze the bum muscles. Halfway, well, we're over halfway. Last 10. 5. So 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Really, really good stuff. We'll have a quick drink of water if you'd like one. And then we'll have a very quick stretch. Don't need to do too much. We've had a very stretchy class today. Cool, so just come down onto one knee for me. Stretch out through your hips. And then just raise those hands up above your head. And then just gently lean over the leg that's out in front, over to that side. Back up nice and tall, swap it over. Stretch through, raise those hands up, and lean over. Then, on both knees, back into your child's pose. From here, we'll just walk it over to one side. And then over to the other side. And then just walk your hands up to your feet. And then we're just going to let it hang there. Nice straight legs. You can have a little wiggle side to side if you want to. Stretch out your hamstrings.